Hi, it's Debbie with D.Ann's Design. I wanted to come on here and to show you my design team project for crafting on a budget. And this is the lace what's left of the materials that May was so kindly gracious with on sharing with me to create with. And thank you, May. I appreciate it very, very much. I have I have another video on this. If you've missed what was sent, you're welcome to go back to that video and review it. I'm going to set this aside so we can go over what I have. I've made an open altered envelope, altered file folder, and this is kind of how it came out. Now I have some things that are going to be used inside of my stash, and then there's most of the things that are going to be used in the crafting on a budget. And very nice projects, very nice products to use in your projects. It makes things come out pretty nice, and I appreciate that. It makes it a lot easier when you're trying to work a project. We have that's paper supply too that's in there as far as that goes. She sent me several library cards, and one of them I decided that I would use as far as making notes as to what all was going on here. We have the Design Team Project 2020 May Larson is Crafting on a Budget Store.com. We have Facebook, Crafting on a Budget, YouTube, Crafting on a Budget. You will find anything you want to know about crafting on a budget on those sites. Also, I'm going to have some paper products that I've used, and we're going to start with Kerryanne with Shabby Arts Boutique, G. Kerr with Happiness in Crafting, also my Porch prints, and we will also have CraftsUPrint. Will be one or two of those in there. It's very important that I name them off also. And this little library card comes with the library envelope, which I've gone ahead and I've altered just a little bit. But this is also with May Larson with her pearls, and May Larson with her floral applique. I've added some little snippets that I had in my stash and some cheesecloth. This is old vintage paper, and that I've used on top of this. This was gifted to me, and finally found a way to use it. It's probably been 2 years since it was gifted, but now I've decided to use it on this, and I'm very happy about that. So we're going to go right into the project. The project is, like I said before, it's an altered file folder, and I've closed it off. This was in my stash with, it's a sparkly tool. I don't know if you can see the sparkles in this or not. You can a little bit. And anyway, that's what I decided to use as a closure on this. This is vintage shabby will be the design on this. So if we can do that. Yeah. And here we go. Set this aside for now. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. This is going to be a hard one for me to film because it is large. But I'm going to move it around. Sometimes I'm going to move the camera. So please hang in there with me with it. This is going to be the open flat in the front. We're going to have a piece of applique that comes from Crafting on a Budget. This is going to be a stencil, which is rusty something that is going to be involved in this. I'll think of it here after a while. And this is going to be a paper doily, and then it's stitched down the front and it's been inked. This has all been coffee dyed too, as far as the paper products too. And then we have a stamp inside of here for the open flat. Okay. And then we're going to have a it's a belly band, but it's more of a snippet style belly band. So it's going to hold the journal that I prepared for this into the front. A lot of what's on there, we're going to have some of these things are going to be out of my snippets, and but majority of it will be with crafting on a budget. And I'm just going to have these little snippet guys that have been left over from her store, and it was just fun to use them. And I thought, well, I have all these little snippets here, let's put them to good use. So that's what we're going to call our snippet band for across here. The background lace was in my stash, and the rest of it's pretty much, few things are in my stash, pretty much crafting on a budget. Okay, so then I'm going to take this out, and we're going to have a journal. I'm going to try to go over this quickly because it is a big project. And matter of fact, I was going to go live with it, but live is going to maybe take a long time. So anyway, here we go. This is going to be a little journal. It's got a pamphlet stitch onto the back. So we've got a picture from Pinterest, and then we have an altered file folder is going to be its cover, and it's been stamped. We have a little snippet here. We have a little, this was a pink doily. I've altered it in coloring, and then we have this little guy down here, little crochet piece. We have some vintage. This came off of an old bracelet I found in the thrift store. These are little tags, in which I have a decoupaged rose on from a napkin, and also from this bracelet is this little locket heart that I decided to run in there for the vintagey style. Okay, and then we're going to have outside of here, you're going to see this little lace that's been ruffled. It's not lace, it's netting that's been ruffled up on here. That is actually netting from let me get this over here. Right up here at the top of this is netting, and that's what I needed in order to run my outer edge. So that's what that comes from, is crafting on a budget. This is also crafting on a budget. If you turn open the first page, and this is graphic 45 that's been put on here, and then crafting on a budget daisy lace that's been put on here, or I call it the daisy lace. I don't know for sure what it's called, but just look for that if you're looking for it, because it was fun and I've used it all. Lots of fun to use that one. We have coffee dyed paper turned into pages. So you can see this is going to be a print. I think it was graphics 45, but I printed it off on a copy stained pages, paper 8.5 by 11. And then we have, oh, these are little cotton muslin type of material. I just copy dyed it and made a little ruffle and attached it to the side, and we're gonna hold some little tags, receipts. This little tag. We have some paper doily. It's been attached to here. And then you're going to come into here with a little brown bag. This is out of my stash. We have tags that have been put into here. They're like this right here. Yeah, and another little receipt tag. These were fun to work with. They were on my computer. I could not guarantee you where I picked them up to start with, but they're pretty much loads of fun to work with. I just made them age a little bit so it could work well with this particular journal. We're going to have some more papers. We're going to have some parchment paper too into this. So you're going to have plenty of writing room. This is G. Kerr. This is out of her materials, grateful, and it has a, and then we have a little cheesecloth. This is graphic 45 in here, and this is just a label, just a brown label. And this is also from Crafting on a Budget. This is a glassine bag, and this is a stencil that I inked in. And then we have a tag that's been prepared. Now this piece here we got from Hobby Lobby, and this is Crafting on a Budget. The lace is my background, is my stash, and this is Crafting on a Budget, and then this is Crafting on a Budget here, and then you have your lattice work lace that's on this one right here. That's what was installed there. And we're going to pop that back. And then this is Crafting on a Budget. I'll try to move this over here. Crafting on a Budget onto this side. And it extends over to this side. And we have a doily, paper doily. We have some little China flowers here. And Artana has sales on these flowers, like 50% off. So you may want to try and locate her channel too. And then we have a little sticker here with our little darling. You can have the center of the book. It's tied with a pink crochet type of string that you would use to crochet with. And this is from a vintage bracelet that I found at a thrift store. put it on here to dangle down, and it's been lots of fun. It's been lots of fun using that on here too. Okay, and then we have our colored sheets, our doilies. These are tags that are made using Kerr's Happiness in Crafting. She has a Facebook group also and a YouTube. And I believe she has a store too. Matter of fact, I know she does. But I put these behind. It's like a little belly band off to the side here. This material you will find in Crafting on a Budget. Now it comes in white. But you can change this material any color you want to change it. I coffee dyed mine to meet up with this journal. But you can do whatever you want to do. You can leave it perfectly white. It's just however you want to work it. And of course we have the rest of the pages, a little stamping involved, parchment paper again. And then we have more of these. Now this is glassine bag, and this has been a, get whose does that. I just pick them up and I use them. You know, I don't really go for a name too often, I guess. But I think it was Doris is what these are. It's a little wishing flower, but I just love this thing. And I embossed it onto one of May's glassine bags. And it looks so pretty. So anyway, I held it in there. We put a tag in there. I don't even have a tag in there at this time, but it wouldn't take much to put, you know, something in there and hold it in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get you over here to this side, and this is a brown paper bag again. Again, we have a little tag. This tag is, oh, I just printed this on Google Doc, Secret Garden and Friends, and I went ahead and stitched around it. It's a printout from Pinterest that I had, I believe. And this is a little butterfly that I punched out, and then we have this little round ball trim. It just really came out cute. I went ahead and put lines onto the back, so if you wanted to write on this tag, you certainly could. Well, you could do it with or without lines. It wouldn't matter. I just went ahead and put you some lines on. On this side of the brown bag, we have a little vintage girl, and then we have some cheesecloth, and then we'll have a little music sheets in here, and then we have the coffee dyed white doily, paper doily, that goes here in the corner so it can catch a tag. And these are from CraftsUPrint florals, and these are Archana's flowers here that I ordered from her shop. And then these are coffee dyed pages, and then we have a CD pocket. This is from Crafting on a Budget store, which I also coffee dye. And you can open it up and you have an extension that way. We have a little tag that I put together. We still have little postcard roses, and these are from our China store here also. And then we put a stamp in of a very delicious looking dessert with cherry on top. And then these are embossed folder I used for this envelope, and you can just pop a little note inside of there if you wish. You know, who owns this journal or something of that nature. That'll work too. This journal belongs to you, I guess you should say. This is Crafting on a Budget applique here, Archana's Flowers. And then we have Archana's Flowers. We have my Porch prints on this clock right here. We have Wish, this comes from Kerr. And then I have my rose from one of my napkins decoupaged on a tag. We have a little lace to offset it. And then we're going to come down here to Crafting on a Budget. It's part of, see if I can find it right away. Yeah, this is what it got. That means that one. It is, chopped it out of one of these. Here we go. It's this one here. And I took the edges off of this one right here. See, I just cut this off right here. And then I stuck it right onto here. So now it can hold some ball pins. And this is made from the same string that I tied the book off with. I just went ahead and created a tassel with it. It's a crochet string is what you got. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside because we have a lot more to go through in here. I want it falling all over the place. We have a little piece up into here. This is the music sheets from my stash. This is out of Crafting on a Budget, and this is my napkin that I have. And I've used it in here. You open it up. We're going to have, let's see if we can get this over here. Okay, now we have this side, which is going to hold a file folder over in here's a portion of a file folder in here. This is my porch prints with the little pearl into the center, white doily that was out from my stash, and cheesecloth out from my stash. And then we have another Crafting on a Budget card, library card, which are fun to work with. This is my porch prints here, and this is Crafting on a Budget for the little pearl that's cut up here. We have a stamp of a butterfly, and we have Believe, which is G. Kerr down into here. And then we went off into here, and this, I'm going to try to chase you around here. This is Kerryanne with a Shabby Art Boutique, and she has a monthly kit that comes out, and this is part of her monthly kit for March, April. Then we have these little Angel Dream Girls, and then we're going to have Beauty of Roses, which isn't that just pretty as can be. This is from G. Kerr, one of her kits also. And just to ink the edges and pop it in here. Okay, so then we're going to have the CD-ROM, which is Crafting on a Budget, and then Archana's Flowers and Cheesecloth inside of here. You know, I'm just going to have, this is from my porch prints over into here too. And I just stuck it inside of here so that we could put it inside of here. But then first you're going to see this lovely paper, My Birds, and it's my Birdie Darling, I think is what it comes out from. And I don't know, it's on my computer. I can't guarantee you where I picked it up from, but it is there, and I decided to use it on my file folder. The file folder has been attached also with a cotton muslin that I have copy dyed and inked to try to get a little bit on the more vintage side right there. This is also Crafting on a Budget. I don't know if I remembered to say that or not, and this is Crafting on a Budget. This came out of my supplies. The next one up is going to be, you go here, where do you go? Anyway, I'll put you back here. This is going to be one side of the file folder. We're going to have an embossed doily onto the back of this, but I also shabbied this doily up, and then we put a rose napkin down and through here, put that on there. We then have May's lattice work trim that she supplied in the kit, and I've installed it here to be a band that can now hold this envelope. And this envelope has been embossed again with the wildflowers, and I went ahead and attached a couple little diamante trims. And then we have the back, which would also be embossed, and we're going to flip this up, and it's going to hold just a little copy dyed piece of paper that you can take and you can write in real quick. And the flowers are from my porch print, and I'm going to put this back into here, and then you're going to seal it off with the button punch that I have. It's just a little punch, punches out a button. I went ahead and sewed the same thread in here that I attached throughout, that we use the same thread through it all. I have a little mini punch that punches out little bows, and so I put them on. I don't know if you can really make out or not. There's a bow on here. There they are, and there's 2 to each string. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in here. On the lattice work is also these. I think I got 3 of these. I copy dyed all 3 of them. And from Crafting on a Budget, then I installed the little pearls, and then this is just some seam binding I had in my stash. Okay, then we're going to open this up, and we're going to see hardly anything. Move this. There we go. This is going to be on this side. We're going to have some writing pages. This one here has a little park bench. This is from Doreen Rook from Ooh La La Vintage Treasures in one of her kits. And I held on to it for forever, of course, as I do so many of those things. Uh, these, I believe, are my porch prints also, as far as this tab goes up here. I've stitched it on, and then we're going to have some additional papers. I think that might even be Kerryanne's there. This is cardstock I had in my stash. And then this is, I think this is out of that Prima line, the lilac one. I'm not for certain, but I think it might be. And then this is from Crafting on a Budget tab over here that's holding this piece. Over there better. This is like very hard to show. And then I stitched it onto here. Okay. So I just go on to this one here now. This is the other side. So when you open it up this way, then you're going to be able to get it in this way. And you open this up and you will have another flap, the flap that I've gone ahead and then another file folder onto it, just a small, just a piece that was left. This is the label. I've decoupaged the napkin onto here with the roses, Archana's flower, which I've darkened with my ink, and then I've put cheesecloth. And number two, oh, where did I get those? I don't even remember where I got those from. I think it was Tuesday morning that I picked those up at a long time ago. And then we have into here some little tags. This is Kerryanne's, and I think this one here is Kerryanne's. I think no, maybe not. I don't really remember. And then I stitched down onto here, and then we have some more little flowers on the back. I went ahead and did the lines again. So if you wanted to write on this one with lines, well, you would have some. So I put those back into there. Okay, then we're going to come onto here. We're going to have this little folder here. I went ahead and brought him on down so that we could do, now there's stamped in there, but we wanted to hold tags in there. This is from Shabby Art Boutique, as well as this is from Shabby Art Boutique. I'm thinking these are from Shabby Art Boutiques too, so I'm not for sure, but I've used several. This is a little paper clip that I've embellished. Doreen Rook is, and Jenifer Stephens from A Trace of Sparkle has also got some little how-tos on how to do this if you would like to. This is what mine came out with. I went ahead and did a little stamping on this guy too. A little extra, the same thread that we used throughout this book. Okay, then I'm going to have this right here, which is printed out on copy dyed paper, and I attached it onto the back side of this for some pretties, I suppose. This is a stamped area here. We turn it over, and we have this Prima paper over here, and then we have this little booklet I've created. This here is Crafting on a Budget right up here to put to the top, and then you just have a little booklet here that you can use. And again, Crafting on a Budget. Love these daisies. Used them throughout till I was gone. It was all gone. This is another embossing folder here that I have. I decided to emboss this flap with. Bring it on over to here, and then you have this on the back side. We will have, let's see, we have a little spot where we can put the little buttons right here, and then you can put a little tag right in there, which I had one, but he apparently has slipped out. That's okay. Oh, here he is. He goes right about there, as you can see, and those are G curves here. Those are the blooming blossoming roses. This is a dance card from Kerryanne, and then we have these little guys, which I'll put into here. These are just like little ones that I've cut. I think this is CraftsUPrint, and printed it off, cut it, and inked it, and then you put it inside of a little holder. And this little paper back here is Kerryanne's. This lace was gifted to me, and so I used it back here in the back of this. And then we have a paper doily off into here, and that paper doily is going to hold a few of these little tags. And then we're going to have a cute little girl over into here, a little vintagey girl. And this is my Porch Prints florals here, and this is Crafting on a Budget, and Crafting on a Budget with her cute little pearls that you can really add those things to just about any place at all. Okay, so I'm going to close this back up, and we'll close this back up, and it's time to do the back side now. Let's see where you came out from. Okay, so this one here, let me see if we can get this back on. I believe I will. So then I'm going to have, this is the back end here. This paper, I'm just going ahead and take it off, haven't I? Is these are pages that I had left that I had printed up but I didn't use. So I went ahead and did more of a Franken paper type of style, where I connected Prima, Kerryanne, Kerr, my Porch Prints. These things are all into here and connected with stitching them all together. And then I attached them onto this file folder. And this is Crafting on a Budget and her trim that I decided to use here towards the bottom. Now this has been stenciled on, the honeycomb design. But this has got, let me try to open this up. This is just a little tag folder that you can use. I put a little bit of a tag into here. We have a little love attachment on there. This is out of Crafting on a Budget, and these little pearls again out of Crafting on a Budget. And then these flowers are out of my stash that I've ordered many years ago, actually. And then I have some little pearls here that were out of my stash. That's an Archana flower there, and this is my roses over into here with some cheesecloth. And this is a paper doily that's on this backdrop, and this is out of my stash here. So we have a little stamp going on the back side. We have a little muslin that I've attached both of these together with, and then create is out of the Kerr. So I'm going to attach that back on there real quick with this clip, another one of the clips that have been embellished so that we can use it, well, wherever you want to use it at. Okay, so then in here I've attached, this is it's kind of like a writing card. So let's say you wanted to take and you wanted to write something, but you thought it was just too bumpy there. Then here's your writing card. You can place it in there and have a much easier time writing. Writing card. This is the Beauty of the Roses, and this is Prima 45, I believe, is where I'm thinking that's where I might have got that out from. I think this is Kerr on this one here. And Beauty of the Roses is here again with some more tags. And we have them in the glassine bag. I went ahead and I embossed, probably tell better on this side, embossed the glassine bag that I've already copy dyed. I brought it around to the front. This is out of Crafting on a Budget, and this pearl is out of Crafting on a Budget. So I've created a space for more tags to come into, oops, like this right here. And these little pockets, coin pockets, is kind of that's what they remind me of anyway. You can put little things, little goodies inside of there as far as that goes. I put a stamp on it. This is out of Crafting on a Budget. And these little guys in there for some small places to go. And then I'm going to attach them all back into here. It's Crafting on a Budget. Also, as far as a little thingy goes here. And then we have another piece of this paper, which I'm pretty sure is Prima. And then we're going to pop that back down in here. Beauty of the Roses is holding all this in here. Oh, we do have this guy up here on the top. You can see more daisies. We're going to flip this over. Definitely Prima. We're going to flip this over, and then we've got a stamp going on in here. Now this is out of my stash. Oops, and get to the bottom. This is out of my stash. This is the stamp I have going. And then this right here is just, hang on, you can also see Crafting on a Budget has been sent down through here for added texture and appearance. And then we're going to just, we'll have this, and it's attached into here, and it gives you paper to write on too. You have plenty of writing actually in this thing. Let me tie it back up again. And this is just seam binding I had in my stash, is what I chose to use. Okay, flip it back down. We're going to put this back over into here. I'm going to close that off. Bring it back to the front. Can put this back into here, and now we have my design team project pretty well sealed back up again. I enjoyed working with the products. I looked forward to it each day to work with this and see how I was going to, you know, put it all in there. And but like I said, she supplied a great deal of very pretty items for me to use in my projects, and I appreciate that very, very, very much. But yeah, she has a lot of great supplies. Not just this, she has a lot of other things in her shop. You need to maybe stop by and view Crafting on a Budget, and so you can kind of get an idea, you know, of what she has and what you may like to use in there too. I just had a lot of fun creating. Like I said, this is my first file folder. I wouldn't mind making another one, and we'll see what May has in her shop for me to work with and come up with here. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it, and I hope that you enjoy viewing what I've done for this design team. And I that you can leave me a thumbs up and leave me a comment and tell me what you think too. I appreciate you people very, very much, and I look forward to seeing you later. Bye bye for now.